see this in 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 6. It says, for it is God who commanded light to shine out of darkness, who has shone in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. You see, when we are saved, there is a certainty that we have that unbelievers do not have. Let me say that again. When we are saved, we have a certainty that unbelievers do not have. You see, when we have a revelation of who Jesus is in our lives, there is something that we know that unbelievers do not have. Do you remember Stephen in the book of Acts, when they began to stone him? At that time, Stephen was supposed to complain, but Stephen had a revelation of who he was in Christ. And he said, I see Jesus. As you are stoning me, as you are doing this evil, he says, I know who Jesus is. When we look at the Hebrew boys, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they said, but you know what? Yes, we will go in the fire. But even if our God does not bring us out, we will still worship God. Why? They had a knowledge of who God was. Do you remember during COVID-19, when COVID came, other people had so much anxiety that they even believed, you know, the ancestors are calling me. I should be a witch doctor. Some of them have stopped even being witch doctors today because of all this anxiety. But because we knew who we were in Jesus, we said, despite COVID-19, Jesus is still Jesus. Jesus still reigns on the throne. Why? Because we had a knowledge of who we are. You see, when you know Christ, you have a knowledge of who you don't have to prove yourself. No, I know who I am in Christ.